So what would you say is the main difference between doing waves work and heartbeat work?
So, like whenever we show up on a dance floor, whenever we bring our body to the dance and we begin moving our body, our heart is present. It's always there. The question is, do we give it permission? We give it space? Are we aware of it? Do we allow it to express it, to share it? So it can be a bit in a background. And I also often feel that heart is the most shy part of us in a way, so it needs some time and invitation. So for me, heartbeat level in 5 Rhythms is exactly that. It's saying, hello heart, you're welcome as well. Here I'm going to give you time, I'm going to give you space, you have permission to move me, to move through me, to choreograph my dance now. So it's more focused. And we name the emotions, we invite them, we call them, we knock on the door to see, if I knock on the door of my fear or anger, I see what comes. And every time something else comes. So it's not that you do this workshop once and that's it. It's really like emotional hygiene, right? It's a good thing to do again and again, because again, every time you knock, there is something. Also, we sometimes have a reservoir of emotions that were not expressed, that were repressed or depressed, or we just didn't have time or space for them to move, to breathe, to be expressed. So when we come and dance, our dance also depends on how much it is in this reservoir and how old is the content. So the more we do, we have less of the old, heavy, old things that we don't even know when, why, what, how, right? So every time we do heartbeat, we let go and cleanse some of these, the pipelines, the emotional channels, the pipelines. And then we are more in contact with the recent events that touched our heart, but also the very present response to life. Because I see emotions that they are the way our heart responds to what is going on now to me. Like right now I'm being filmed, and one of my responses would be fear. Like I'm shy, I'm not sure, like, oh my God, I'm awkward and all of that. So it's just response to what's going right now. I don't have a response to being in a fast car. Maybe I have a memory of that if I had that, right? Especially if it was uncomfortable. But right now I'm aware, I'm being filmed, and that brings my heart to respond to that situation. So the way in the 5 Rhythms path it works, usually, mostly, is that you begin with waves and you do a lot of waves as regular as possible, and then at a certain point you become ready to go for a heartbeat. Some people begin with heartbeat. They just jump into that and that's their beginning, right? Different people, different stories. But usually it's like helps to have a good foundation in the waves practice that makes the more we are embodied, the more home we feel in the physical body, the heart feels more safe to show up, because there is home, there is foundation, there is movement. If there is the more we are free in a physical way, the more heart feels free to move, because heart moves unpredictable, spontaneous, and wild, and messy, right? It's not I feel only this. Yeah, it's all. So the more this physical grounding and the physical flexibility, liberation is a foundation for the heartbeat level. Yes.